Hello, my name is Stephen. I'm a youth minister worker down in Brighton. Welcome to Lockdown. Praise up your little 8 minutes. I am going to make it. Come on. A day in Isaiah to get your hearts and your minds looking up higher today. It's aged wines, banquets, and beautiful meats. A feast from Isaiah chapter 25. Welcome back to my office now. Let me show you another trinket of mine. These are a random little. I've got a little selection of these. These are wooden New York buildings that I kind of build into a little city over there. It's lovely. It reminds me of the Big Apple. I don't know why I've got them, but they're awesome, aren't they? Anyway, it's time for our daily challenge, and today this challenge is coming to you from America. My man, Gonzo, the legend from Argentina. He's going to set today's challenge. Gonzo, over to you.
All right.
Hey friends, I just want to share with you a secret talent I have. And I want to challenge you guys to see if you guys can do it too. Okay, so you grab whipped cream. Pulido ahí. Very good. Try it.
I can't do that. That looks incredible. Maybe it's only possible with American squirty cream, but anyway, give it a go. That's your challenge. Anyway, today we are back in Isaiah 25, and we left it with all the faithful people singing around. But what else are they doing? Well, Isaiah 25, verse 6 to 8 gives us the answer. Have a look at verse 6. The Lord Almighty will prepare a feast of rich foods for all people. They are feasting. This is a picture of the feast of life. And right, this whole little bit reminds me of a meze. Meze is like a kind of Greek banquet. I still remember the first one we ever ate as a family. It was something else. Because it's a never-ending feast. They bring you course after course after course after course. I honestly, an endless supply of food. It's like my dream. It's so exciting. The first one we went to, they kept bringing out platters and platters. We had munchine ribs. We had chicken wings. We had Greek keftes and little kebab things. We had plates of rice and chips and halloumi. And it was just course after course. And it's so much food. That's like this feast of life. Here in Isaiah 25. It's a serious banquet with unlimited courses. And we're going to have a look at what's being served in just a minute. But I wonder if you've noticed how the entire Bible is almost about food and meals. Hear me out. Because this, in Isaiah 25, is a picture of the end. The new heavens and new earth, glory. And it's a feast. A banquet, a feast of life. And remember how the Bible starts? Well, God said to Adam and Eve, you can eat anything except that tree over there. He's giving them a meal, a feast. Right? Are you getting it now? And yet Adam and Eve, they eat the one thing that's not on the menu. And so this first feast turns into a feast of death. And so it's so poetic and so beautiful that God ends the Bible arc, Isaiah 25, Revelation 22, in a feast of life. Isn't that so amazing, right? So let's see what's being served up, because this is our future if we're Christians. First off, verse 6, it's a gift. Have a look. The Lord Almighty will prepare. He's the host. He does all that, the napkin folding and the arranging, he sets it all up. For our anniversary, one of our friends set up a date for Lizzie and I at a local restaurant. He gave the manager a hefty sum of money and he booked us a table and we just rocked up and we had free reign to order anything. Anything. We had starters and desserts and we had fancy drinks and we had food and it was amazing. He hosted us and sorted it and it was such a blessing to us. That's this meal. It's all sorted for us. It's a gift to us. And we'll see how he does it soon. It's a gift. The second thing, it's fellowship. Because, as well as the host, verse 6, the Lord Almighty will prepare. As in, he's there. He's there. So this is a picture of God's people munching with the King. And look, it's people from all nations, all peoples, all nations, all faces, all like there's so many people here. This is one big old feast of fellowship. It's a gift, it's fellowship, it's also fullness. Verse 6, it's a feast of rich food, a banquet of aged wine, the best of meats, the finest of wines. It's a table like groaning way down, like bending in the middle because there's so much food. Like people come hungry and yet leave full and satisfied. So our future is one of complete and total satisfaction. No longings, no wanting anything else, completely like content. Wow, it's a gift, it's fellowship, it's fullness. It's also life. Verse 7, he will destroy the shroud that enfolds all people. That's kind of death. And it's gone. That means this feast is an endless feast. It's a gift, it's fellowship, it's fullness, it's life, and it's happiness. Look at verse 8. He will wipe away the tears from all faces. No more tears here. No more pain, no more things that make us scared or worried or anxious or sad or weighed down. All gone! It's a gift, it's fellowship, it's fullness, it's life, it's happiness, and it's freedom. Verse 8 again, he'll remove his people's disgrace from all the earth. Sin and the guilt that kind of weighs us down, gone. This is freedom from the stuff that we do that we hate. No more will we be snared and trapped by sin. Freedom! This is the feast of life. This is our future if we're Christians. Wow. Which of those descriptions is most exciting for you? Is it the gift, the fellowship, the fullness, the life, the happiness, the freedom? Which one makes you go, wow? Our student, our 18 to 25 group at church is called Feast. And I think it gets its inspiration from Isaiah 25. And that is such a good name. I mean, kudos Dave and the team. That is a great name. Because Feast is a constant reminder of this brilliant feast of life, of our future and all the joys that come with it. Look at this feast of life. Wow. But how do we get in? Because that sounds insane. I want to be there. Well, it's a gift. It's prepared by our God. And there's a clue as to how we get in verse 8. He will swallow up death forever. See, our God feasts on death so that we might enjoy the feast of life. And how? Well, Jesus is the answer, isn't it? Jesus on the cross, it's like he's on the cross munching up death. He swallows it, he digests it, he gets rid of it. So that we can eat the feast of life. He feasts on death so we can feast at that feast of life. And over this lockdown, I've had to eat some pretty gross things for my youth group, right? I've eaten, last week I ate sardines.
Oh,
Why?
don't put fish oil on the church lounge. If the lounge smells of fish next time we come here.
Oh man.
Yeah, just do.
Oh! Oh! Probably the worst thing I've ever eaten. But it's not as bad as the death that Jesus munched up on the cross. He eats death for us. 1 Corinthians 1:15, verse 54 says, death has been swallowed up in victory. He feasts on death so that we might enjoy the feast of life. Wow! And so to be there, all we've got to do is trust in Jesus. So again, I'll ask you, are you trusting him? Are you going to be at that feast? Because I want to sit there and look around and see your faces as I'm munching a chicken wing or eating like a massive dirty rib. And in the meantime, right now, meals are really special. It is so good to enjoy food. So please do that. That's why at youth groups at Rooted and KO, we have food with literally everything. Because every meal is a reminder of this feast of life. So during this lockdown, make the most of your meal times. And in the future too. Put your phones away. Spend time together. Don't eat in your room. Look for glimpses of this feast of life at every meal. Because you'll see it shining through. Fellowship, fullness, life, happiness, freedom, and this gift thing. When you're eating together, remind yourself, this is what we'll be doing in eternity with the King and with his people. Because he feasts on death so that you and I might enjoy that feast of life. Let's pray. Father, thank you for this glimpse of our future. It looks so beautiful. I can't wait. And thank you for what Jesus went through to get us there. Thank you that he feasts on death so that we might feast at this feast of life. You are one incredible God. Amen. Amen. I haven't quite made the 8 minutes. Tomorrow or Sunday I will. Come on, Stephen. Join us again for some more Lockdown. Praise up.